And good evening, guys, and welcome down to this NoLimits 2 live stream. Let's build a roller coaster. Now, today I am joined by a special guest. I didn't think he would be in the stream today, but I'm joined by Wolf Raging 95. Hello, Wolf.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the stream,
Alex.
dude.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Hope everybody's okay in the chat. Hello, Behemoth. Hello, Tom. Hello, Cairo. Hello, Hidden Frey. I think that Holden Frey. Yeah, there we go. 73 minutes ago, you said it was 73 minutes. I appreciate that. Before we carry on with this stream, I just want to go to a poll I ran on Twitter earlier. Was for some new content for the channel, and overwhelmingly, yes. Should we do a Kerbal Space Program series on the channel? 75% of you out of 20 votes said yes. So, alright, well, I guess that's a thing. So that's going to be fun, but that's not going to be, it's probably not going to be live streamed. It's probably going to be recorded, bit of fun. It's just a new simulator for the channel, right? Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into this coaster where we left off last time. Let's just have a ride. Is the Mac multi-launch coaster. How did you find the launch and docking? Oh yeah, let's talk about NASA and SpaceX. How incredible was that yesterday and today as well? So I watched along from T-minus 2 hours before the launch, and I was watching that all day, all night. I saw it out of my window. Managed to get a couple of pictures of it, which was pretty incredible. Isn't that the one with the green dudes? Yes, Behemoth. That's the one with the, I think they're called Kermins? I don't know. Something like that. We're beginning with K. Yeah, so I've not actually played it properly. I'm going to obviously do some... I'm going to do a play along with it. Let's play Kerbal Space Program. It's probably the best thing to do. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So if you guys remember this coaster, a few things I want to change straight away. Wolf, if you don't mind, I am going to stop sharing my screen on Discord.
That's fine.
Seem to be struggling somewhat. There we go, that's a lot better. I think Discord's being a bit funny. Let me just get that back up there. Okay, alright. Hey, there we go. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, press that bell, and follow us on all our socials. It's important that you like this video as well. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet layout. But yeah, I watched everything. I watched the whole SpaceX NASA launch with Dragon, Capsule Endeavour. They named it after the shuttle, which is pretty cool. So one thing I wanted to do straight away in this ride was to lower down the exit of this Immelman. I wanted to get it to actually drop down, right down, before it shoots round. You know, like Icon does that thing where it kind of comes around and then shoots to the opposite direction? That's the feel I wanted on this.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You know how it just kicks you around the corner?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I went for, but it didn't pan out by having it be... it also makes the 0G roll look a lot higher as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
Very incredible. I watched it from 4 hours. Nice. I listened to it on the radio because I was driving. All right, cool. When did you make this? I made this in a past stream during the week this week, so you can go check that out. It says how to build a roller coaster, and then it's got a picture of blue fire in the background. It's at about 100 views, I think. Go and check that out on the channel. And come back to this one if you want, because this will be available on playback straight away.
There you go.
It's up to you. I want it to go the other way, so I don't want it to do that. Hey Ben. It's kind of a slow ride because it's a Mac coaster. Now, Mac coasters typically are quite gentle in the way that they maneuver around the track. They have lots of time in between inversions and transitions. Usually, you know, maybe even like a second or so in between inversions, even on quicker rides as well. But this was modeled after the start of Blue Fire, where it launches and then floats over into the loop the way Blue Fire does. But it's like a smaller version of it, and it has a trick track before it. So I am going to be adding a second launch to it where it finishes off, and you'll see that now when I play the simulator. But as you'll notice now, oh, I need to move the clearance envelopes. It seems to have gone a bit doolally. So yeah, there we go. We're at the front of the nose cam. So you got 3 seconds hold, and then a 60 miles an hour launch into this trick track. And if any of you have ridden Icon, you know what the trick track feels like on a mat coaster. It's really nice. Then a nice floaty dive down into the loop. Now this loop is a lot wider than your normal vertical loop. Into the airtime. And you say it's a slow ride, but I mean we hit the bottom of that Immelman at around 37 miles an hour, and this is going 40 around there. That's much better. And there we go into the second launch. So that's going to be fun. Go back up to speed. Let's have a look at it off ride and see how it looks. What do you think of it, Wolf?
I like it so far.
I like how wide the loop is. Reminds me of Copperhead.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Also, 4 trains as well. There's the trick track.
Smooth.
Yeah.
As well.
I love the amount of airtime you get on that floating hill before you dive down and hit the loop. Be a nice contrasting feel that, like almost 20 seconds apart from each other.
How long did it take you to make this layout?
This took me, well, I did it in the stream, so I think the stream was about 1 hour and 10, maybe.
That's not bad.
So there we go. Make a granny roll. No. Seems like something I would make in Planco. Okay. Good luck with that. In fact, I challenge you to do that.
Yeah.
The game of cheat. If you can do that, then hats off. If you can make it as smooth as that in Planco, then yep, you can. That's awesome.
Might take you a little while with the.
And you can teach me as well once you've done it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep this as a launch. This is gonna go straight into a launch. No stopping around, no faffing around. So if I just use it as enable transport and just enable it to, or would I have to put a launch on it again? So launch it. I'll launch it at 1.2 and then give it a 60 mile an hour boost. That should launch, right? It should move forward. Yeah. There we go. I believe that's right. So then we're going to go a little bit forward. I think Wolf's just had to step out a minute. The Mac multi-launch trains look so nice. I don't know what a granny roll is for Ilseeks. Thank you for your message on Twitter yesterday as well, by the way. Didn't manage to get back to you. Did have I stepped away from everything yesterday. Wasn't anything personal. Just wasn't speaking to anybody yesterday. It was looking forward a lot to that launch yesterday and everything. So I just wanted to focus on that. So I am now starting to crest this over, and this is going to be an inverted, so I'm going to try and come out of it pretty smooth at some point. I just want it to roll out. It's like going to be a really big... I've done these before. I've not done one for a while though. It's where I do like an inverted and then it rolls out. Are you back, Wolf?
I'm here.
Okay. Cool. I wondered where you'd gone.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Not 720 loop, that's never going to work. Okay, 180 strict. And I'm going to pull this down some. No way. Almost like an inverted top hat, but like I said, it rolls out. It's pretty cool. Do you remember when I did this? I did me and you was in a call once and I did a ride themed on Area 51. Do you remember that? Ages ago.
Yeah.
And I had
The element looks familiar, and you haven't even rolled it yet, and where I'm at in the stream, so.
Yeah, so you've seen it. You know which one I'm going for.
Yeah.
Do you remember the little kick out you got from the left to the right as you rolled out?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me the launch speed. Okay, the second launch speed is 60 miles an hour, 1.2 Gs, and the first launch speed is 55? Yeah, 55 miles an hour. Good luck. May the force be with you. And I want to see it. Make sure you tag me in it once you've done it. I really hope you do it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Ooh, look at that. It's not too bad. Quite forceful, actually, that, for a Mac. Maybe I need to make that a little bit wider. Add a vertex there. Sorry if you can hear people outside my house. I have my window open. It is very warm in the UK right now, and I'm having my window open. Usually I don't on a stream, but I am doing. Let's try and... Hello, Patrick. Who else is in? Laughs and Coasters. Hello. Oh yeah, I've already said hello. Tom. The Mac launch trains. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Because I'll just rewatch the stream and copy the layout. Yeah. Absolutely. Go for it. Yeah. Make sure you tag us in it. So I have a strict there, which is going to be nice. That's going to be a really nice, like, long boost of acceleration there after that turnaround. I think that one needs to be slightly not straight from above. Well, they can be. Alright, should we ride it? See how it feels like? Speeds are good, I think. Ooh, it's a bit slow, but it's going to be a lot of hang time. But we can test it, and if it's not quick enough, then we'll lower it down a bit. And where's that clearance envelope? I saw it floating around somewhere before. Where is it?
I always lose it because they moved it, so I always get lost.
You know why? Because we was in Collab Park last time I was on NoLimits.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're hiding the scenery for a certain reason, which we will update you guys on later on at some point, but not today.
Yes. What's the banking offset in feet? The Mac coaster style.
Well, this is the Heartline. Does
yeah,
it say? It's built in, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can check on. Yeah, sorry, go on. I think I know what you're gonna say.
There's a thing somewhere in one of the NoLimits pinned stuff, and I can get the Mac Heartline. Let me find it. If I find it, I will read it off. I will try to find it. If I find it, I'll read it off.
Yeah, sure. It's in NoLimits Central, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the website too.
Resource thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on the forums as well.
Alright, here we go. 3-second hold.
Because I know somebody posted it somewhere.
I think Cucumber posted it somewhere.
I found it. Train Heartlines. Mech launched is 4.921 feet or 1.5 meters. That's Train Heartline.
The banking offset doesn't exist in NoLimits, does it?
I don't think so.
That's the Planet Coaster thing, I think.
Yeah.
I like the way that rises, almost like an RMC slow roll, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Now, here we go.
Yeah.
Second launch time. Woo! Oh, wow, hang time.
Oh wow, they actually tagged my lift motors on the website now. My name is on there now.
Oh, nice, you're in the resource.
Yes.
Sweet.
Hey, going up and we're moving up in the world somewhere.
There you go, Wolf.
Ah.
Alright, here we go. Let's watch this again. Now this is basically this is like a family launch coaster. It's nothing too intense in terms of speed wise and forces. Like nothing goes above 3Gs. I don't think. Maybe this 10 might do. No, I think everything is just under 3.2 G forces. So it's quite light in terms of forces, but this, that little run into the launch is awesome. I love that. The hang time as well, because it's still moving as well. It just looks really cool.
This ride is really smooth as well.
In fact, you get a good sense of the hang time if we ride it on the back. There we go. And if I just pull back a bit on the field of view, you'll be able to see what it feels like. It's the airtime, the G-forces and speed and everything, so you can have a look at that there as well. We're hitting that loop at 50 miles an hour, actually, so we're only losing 5 miles an hour after that drop from the launch, which is pretty cool. Looks like there's a few laps there, but not too many. Here we go. A 3G pull up on that, that's fine. Look at the hang time. Wow. That's really
awesome.
cool. Do you think it's too slow or do you think it's just right? Because it looks like it's rolling pretty consistently.
No, I think it's okay. What was the top speed? What was the speed in the top of the
I
loop?
think the speed at the top now when we just rode it down, I think it was around, it says 12 on the speed cone, but I was reading it around 15, 16.
Yeah, sometimes the speed comes a little bit off sometimes. It's
Should we
in this
check that again?
calculation.
Should we check that again?
Yeah, check it one more time.
I'm gonna check it again.
I think it's slowing down is okay. That's very Mac-like.
Well, I know I wanted to kind of give it some hang time, so it's, you know, obviously part of the element
Yeah.
there.
No,
All right,
I
let's
get
have a
it.
look. Let's get the
Because I had quite the slow loop in
there it goes.
what part was it? And
Okay, here we go.
Grand Rapids Adventure.
Yeah,
I
here we
gotta.
go. Here's the launch. Oh, it is 12. 12.1.
Okay.
It doesn't look like 12.1 though.
I mean, as long as your forces are okay, I don't see it being a problem.
Hmm.
With it
Maybe.
slowing down, it should be okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a. I kind of want it to be like that though, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're happy with it, keep it.
16. I got it to 16, and I'm pretty happy with the shape. As you check the G-forces, could whip out a bit more now though. Yeah, you see him losing it in G-force now. Yeah, you lose the a lot from changing things like that. Because it stretches out the smoothness of the G-force going into it. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking that's okay. I'm gonna go with that. If anything, maybe that. That's fine. Now I want to be making sure that the next bit out of this, because it's an airtime hill, is straight. So I'm gonna, let me just turn the scenery off first. I'm gonna rotate the coaster so the exit of that inverted stall is gonna be straight with the grid, so it's easy to work with now in side view. Which is a nice tip, which you taught me, Wolf. Actually, it was a cool tip. Now I can work from the side, front, back. Probably from the front might be easier. Yeah, there it is. See, there's the exit to it. And it's difficult to see sometimes, so you've just kind of gotta think about how you're gonna do it. What do you reckon to a dive loop straight away?
I think that'll work.
Or do you think that's too aggressive? Straight out the gates.
I think that'll work.
Okay, let's go dive loop and see what the speed's saying. Yeah, we've got over 30 miles an hour in speed. That up. Probably. Alright, let's dive loop.
You could still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear. All good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. How quick should it? How quick should it do it? I wouldn't mind one that kind of just like floats up to it and then drops over. Bit like that, you know? Proper 20 miles an hour. That seems okay. Let me just do a quick depump. The launch needs to be a lot longer since Max launches a forceless. Well, that is a 1G launch, 60 miles an hour. That is quite a long launch. 1.2, 60. That's not too bad, is it?
No.
I didn't think it would. Use a brake for a launch. Well, you can. There's a debate about it. According to the Bible, with inverted commas, you should use. Well, it depends, doesn't it, on what your ride does. If you don't want it to come back down the transport system and go the opposite direction at the same speed, then you want to use a brake section because it will stop on the launch and then be able to back the train up for a second attempt. To power through the launch. Alright, I'm going to see how that rides. I'm guessing pretty janky. I would argue as well that Icon's launch isn't that big. It rolls. It free rides way after the launch before it climbs up to the top of the first peak. The hill. Oh! I may have moved a vertice there by accident, so I apologise for that little jankiness there. I'm just going to speed this bit up so we get to the launch, because that's all I'm interested right now. Okay, that's definitely not a small launch area. That's big. Oh, that's smooth. That's not bad, you know. That's not bad. NL2 is so difficult. Nah, it's not. You just need to not be bothered by it and just do what you want to do and not be too bothered about what people are going to think. And just enjoy yourself in it. Experiment. At the end of the day, it's a physics simulator if you look at it that way. You can do what you want. Right, Wolf?
Very true.
That's why it's called No Limits.
It just takes time. You just have to kind of, just kind of play around with it And if you look at some of the coasters that come with no limits, it does get, if you like look unfreeze them and look at them, you kind of see how everything works, and from there you just have to use the vertices to maneuver the track. It just takes practice, is all.
Yeah, just because we can do it during live streams doesn't mean that we could do it all the time. This has taken many years of practice.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah,
you've just celebrated your 7th year on YouTube.
yeah, and honestly, if you look at my older work, because I left it on my channel, you'll see that I wasn't great either. I had a lot of learning to do and
Yeah.
practice. Where at times I thought 6 years ago that this coaster is one of my best, and now I'm like blown away by how bad it was or how early on in the stages of my building was. And then I look at my stuff now and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
so much better than what it used to be.
Well, to be honest with you, the designing of roller coasters has changed so much since we started using no limits back in the day. Like the way people design now is just completely different in terms of there's so many elements, there's so many things to choose from. What you can
Yeah.
use, and I think that's made our job a lot easier. And when I say our job, obviously we're not being paid for this, but what I mean is by that is that there is more to choose from now, whereas back in the day there wasn't RMC, like during No Limits 1, there wasn't that kind of freedom to do crazy things, with a roller coaster. It was you did a B&M, you did a B&M, and I consider you to be probably one of the best, if not the best, in No Limits with B&M track shaping. It's just amazing how you do that. I still don't know to this day. No matter what I do, I can never get it.
Well, thank you. I mean, it just takes time and practice and seeing enough of the coasters and looking at pictures and riding them and kind of knowing how they feel. That's really what you're aiming for.
Yeah, you've
Um,
always said that when you do recreations, you want to ride and get to know what the feeling is of that ride, right?
yes.
That's always been one of your big things.
Yeah, because in a POV, you can't always feel what a
No.
turn feels like. I mean, sometimes you can if you really look for it, but it's kind of hard to tell at times how forceful a turn is or what the speed feels like because a POV sometimes doesn't make things feel as fast or as forceful as they really are.
Yeah, I agree. And like I've got an icon recreation that I've been doing for almost a year now, and I'm still not happy with how it feels, what it does, because I know what it feels like in real life, and I know where you tip out your seat, where you don't tip out your seat, where you go, why have I done this? I've done the complete wrong thing than what I wanted to do before I started doing this bit of track work. I wanted to do a rollout. This is a nice overbank. Hello, Theme Park family. Enjoyed a bit of your stream earlier. To be honest with you, I was distracted by what was going on at the space station, but I did watch a little bit, so that was fun. Ooh. That almost looks like from there, it looks like a wing coaster version.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? If I can maybe get the forces to. What do you think of that? So we pull away from the track and then we go closer to it. It's definitely 0G. I keep forgetting you're behind on the stream. Sorry.
You're okay.
I
You're
always
okay.
forget. I always
It's
forget.
okay. From what I'm seeing in the stream right now, it looks really good.
I've got like this really nice parabolic triangle going on that every time I see you do a wing coaster, it's what Blue Jays 0G came out like. And I was like, how the heck did you do that? I've just done it by accident. Sweet.
Yeah, you did it so quickly. The thing with B&Ms is you want to have the 3 vertices up at the top. It looks kind of like
I
the tip
kind
of
of
a
do
hot.
have the 3 vertices as well. I've got
Yeah,
one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So if I
yeah,
wanted to
that's how
make it
you get
even more
that shape.
parabolic, I could throw that up there. But no, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna ride that now and see what that feels like. And
Yeah, it looks really good.
we can start heading back towards the station. I won't be supporting on this live stream, guys. Probably only gonna go
Yeah,
another.
is there a
10.
keybind for getting type separators? There are shortcuts in NoLimits how to get to each individual key. In fact, I'll jump into NoLimits right now and I'll read off the shortcuts
Yeah, that'd be
because
great
there's
if you could do that. Be awesome.
let's see. I'm sure I know somewhere they have it.
Um, what I would say though is, I've said it for ages with No Limits. It would be fantastic if they gave you the right click option to change things. I noticed
Yeah.
this wasn't right before, so let me just. There we go. We've got the lots of airtime there as you go into the tunnel. Plenty of it. All right. Okay, so we've got the brakes at the back. I think I will just take the. Oh no, I'll leave the. I will leave the clearance envelope on so I can see if it clears the track on the left. It should do. Make sure you like this video, guys, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social media. Hit that bell so you get notified when we go live. I usually like to schedule a few hours, maybe a day sometimes, before we do live streams.
Yeah.
Make sure you set reminders as well on them schedules, and you won't miss the stream. Alright, here we go. Let's see if that D-pump fixed the airtime hill as well after the loop. I think sometimes you just got so many nodes flying about the layout, you catch them when you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
Really easy to do. Yeah, that's fixed it. Got a bit more speed actually now for that coming into the turnaround. We're going to the 0G roll. Which actually is 0G, which is brilliant. And even though it's slow, it's 0G, so you're getting lots of hang time. Here we go, 60-mile-an-hour launch. That needs a little D-pump there at the top. Coming back down. And we're going to hit the dive loop. Again, really nice and slow like a map coaster does. In and away. Oh, that's really nice. Check that out and see what you think of that last inversion. I think you should be at the launch now on the stream.
Yep, hitting the launch now.
And now I'm going to check the clearance envelope and make sure it's okay. It's just coming round. Now there she is. Going up and over. And down. Plenty of gap there. Let's just slow it down. Oh, loads of room. I think there's loads of room.
Yeah, that's really good.
Loads of room. I think. Just slow it down to 0.25. Plenty of room. Nice. I'm happy with that. Let's watch that inversion in slow motion. And let's speed it up. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna watch this dive. Now, is there any way I can try and straighten that out? Kind of looks like it hangs over at 90 too much. Maybe pull the 180 up a bit? You'll see it in a minute. I kind of like the way it does it though. More of a prolonged dive loop. About to hit the launch, I think. Yep, there it is. Hit the launch. Now it's going down. Oh, I moved away. No, I like that actually. Changed my mind. I like it. It kind of like throws you off a little bit. Now, the problem with double launch coasters is you don't want them to be too long, you don't want them to be too short, but I'm probably thinking about coming towards the station now after that. I mean, we've got what? How much track have we got? 3,755, and I've got a long way back to the station. So, would you agree, sir? Maybe I could even do an airtime hill through the dive loop. That would be cool. Get away with that, maybe. Ah, it looks like it. All right. Cairo, I can't approve that comment, but that's hilarious. I'll tell you after, Wolf, what he put. That is hilarious. Why did you do that anyway? Why did you do that to your hair? Ooh. All right. Do 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 do. Boo, boo, boo. Straighten that. There we go. All right. So if we can make this higher now, it'll be great. Maybe add one there. Kind of hasn't made any difference. I mean, oh, there we go. It's a bit better. Evening, Mikhail. Mikhail, sorry. I always say your name wrong. How you doing, buddy? I hope you're okay. Not spoke to you for a while. Hope you're keeping safe. Everything's all good. You need to come on the podcast again, dude. We've not had you on there for a while. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how. I had to go pink by the time I did it. Oh, Cairo, you funny guy. Can't believe you did that. It's hilarious. All right, I think we're just gonna do a nice steep 0G into the brakes now. We are losing a bit of speed, which is actually perfect. So maybe if I look towards the station a little. I once dyed my hair pink, no questions. It was for a school project, if I remember correctly. Alright, Behemoth. When you say no questions on my channel, you get questions. You do realize that, right? It's a no-win situation for you. So you need to tell everybody in the chat why you dyed your hair pink. And why it went horribly wrong. We all deserve that. Oh, you see, I can laugh at people who have hair issues because I don't have any. So, it it's almost like an evil laugh. If I had hair, I could be sympathetic with you, but I can't be because I don't have any. Well, I hardly have any. I have more on my face than on my head right now. I think Wolf just stepped out for a little minute, so I'll stop trying to ask him questions. All right, so I did want to do a really, really long roll into the brakes. That's what I wanted to do with this. So let's just try and do it. Really long hang time moment into the brakes. That would be brilliant. So pitch the brakes down as well. I can make this strict and lock it to 0. I got plenty of room for brakes here now and a turnaround, which is cool. I could, if I wanted to, I could go further back. So I'm just going to see how this goes. But I believe we should have plenty of space for a brake section here. So let's look at that from the side. It looks like there's plenty of brake section there going downwards from this bit. We can pull the strict back a little. A nice amount of hang time there. Loads of hang time. Absolutely loads. Now, why isn't that strict? There we go. That's it. And we just want to slowly start to go towards the transfer table. A nice turn around there. Put the brakes in. Maybe that wasn't. I don't know. It's kind of okay. That's fine. Not too bad. Slow this ride right down in the central. Slow this down. There we go. Deep on this turn. That's not looking too shabby. And we can have it thunder into the transfer table there, and that should be good. But I am just gonna, before we move on and connect the coaster up, I am just gonna check a few things with this. It doesn't seem to be just right just yet, this section. So let's have a look. You come around here, you float through the dive loop, you hit and maybe straight. Maybe if I make this more strict about there. And then that throws you into the left. There is a roll point missing on that section. I'm going for a nice turnaround with plenty of hang time into the brakes. A bit like Entropy did. If you guys remember Entropy on the channel, that's cool. The layout is looking great so far. I love the mix of inversions and different elements and maneuvers in there. Thank you. Doing well, sir. Doing well. Hanging in there. Hope I'm doing well. Yes, I am. Definitely down to get on the podcast again. All right, cool, Mikhail. Well, I'll be in touch. All right. We can all have a chat. You back, Wolf?
I am back.
How are you? You okay?
I'm okay, yeah.
So I've finished. I'm not connected yet, so I'm just going to go for another test run before I connect the track up.
Awesome.
I've got a really long brake section on the pitch off a barrel roll, but the barrel roll's got so much hang time.
Ooh.
Which is pretty cool. Do you remember Entropy, how that entered the brakes?
Yes.
So imagine that, but with a lot longer of an inversion.
Ooh.
And you actually land facing downwards, so you would get airtime throughout it. Yet another awesome coaster, Ben King. Thank you very much, Ben. Appreciate that. All right, guys, let's see how this thing rides. 55 mile an hour first launch, and then a 65 mile an hour second launch. Here we go. Probably going to have that 0G run over a path, you know, that longer one. Alright, 60 mile an hour launch, 1.2 Gs. 60 mile an hour upside down. That's very floaty dive loop. It's almost like one of the Tigerists, or what are they called, them rides? The
Oh, like the premiere.
yeah, the premier ones. Almost like, you know how they bank when they drop down after doing the barrel roll?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Is this gonna make it? Oh, that's so slow. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. Nice. See what you think of that.
Let's see.
Obviously needs connecting, guys, but we'll have another look again. Let's see how that feels. Hey, Matty Plays.
Yeah, that's really good.
There it goes. The little rises in altitude as well that you get throughout this ride. It's like it doesn't just bank and turn left or right. It like drops down a little bit, like maybe 1 or 2 feet.
Yeah.
And then it throws you in. Skyrocket 2s. Isn't that a Premier Skyloop? Yeah, that's the one. That's what it's called, I believe. You can actually do them in NoLimits now with the block kit that Best Danny provided. I think you can do them now. We should do one of them.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be in like a section of our park. That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah.
All right, here we go in the hang time. Let's see how good this is. See if it beats Entropy's. I think it has done, to be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you count from the front to the back, it was 4 seconds of hang time.
Wow. That's awesome.
So let's ride the back, and we'll count out the hang time as it goes into the inversion. I'm just gonna get to back. Here we go. Let's go. Left, right. Oh, no. Loopy loop. That time. It's got quite a few inversions, this ride.
Yeah, it's got quite a few on it.
Just watch the playback of attaching to the International Space Station. Yeah, incredible. Incredible achievement by SpaceX and NASA to do that. Hats off to them.
Yeah.
Alright, let's count the hang time. So, from when we actually tip. Okay, we're upside down now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, around 3.5 seconds of hang time on that last inversion. That's great. Alright guys, well before we connect the coaster, I am going to end the stream there. I'm going to carry this on. Obviously it will be another stream for the supporting and another stream for the surrounding area, the scenery, the idea of what I want to do with this ride is pretty cool. As you can see there, we've got a lot of track. In fact, we have exactly 4,896 feet of track. Wow, that's a big ride. It's a big coaster. It's
It is, yes.
really big coaster. So yeah, looking forward to the next one. The next one will be connecting the track up and fine tuning things, making sure the radius column is perfect. Yeah, so make sure you tune in for the next stream for this. It will probably be in the next couple of days. I make sure it's scheduled. Make sure you press reminder when it comes up as scheduled.
And I hope you click the like button so it'll notify others.
Absolutely, yeah. Make sure you click the like button as soon as you can. And if it comes up scheduled, just like it even before the stream started. I know a lot of you guys do that, but it really does help out because it helps to notify our other subscribers who don't set reminders and that kind of thing. So it really does help. Make sure you subscribe to Wolf Raging 95 as well, and make sure you check out our latest update on our collaboration park project, which is the video before this one on the channel. So make sure you check that out. And for now, I've been Luke. He's been Wolf Raging 95, and we'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.
See you later.